Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. And if you are new here, my name is Carmela, and I am the owner / sole operator of a very small online business called The Lily Creative Co. The Lily Creative Co. sells things like t-shirts, drinkware, as well as accessories like bookmarks and keychains. In today's vlog, we are making some apparel for a wholesale order. I have an order, I think it's for like 11 shirts. Could be more than that, I'm really not sure. But we have to make those today, get them packed up and ready to go to their new homes. So this vlog is gonna be pretty simple, straightforward. We're just doing the shirts and getting our work done. Should be a very productive day. I think this actually might be the shortest intro I've ever done because I cannot think of a single other thing to say. So we're just gonna go ahead and get to work. So I just so happened to notice while I was cutting that some of the S's here on the ends have like this kind of like gradient look to them. This is like how it's supposed to look in comparison. So I had to send them an email really quick to see if I could get them replaced, and they said I could and that I can pick them up tomorrow. But I'm like super happy I noticed that because I can only imagine if I would have pressed these and then realized after the fact. And I think I only have like just enough large shirts for this order, so like everything's to come out perfect, I probably would have like crashed out very slightly. So definitely always good to double check and make sure everything looks good. kind of random, but I did want to show you guys real quick. I did my first initial press to get the transfer onto the shirt. After that press, I do a second with this Teflon sheet here. And what it does is I feel like it kind of presses the ink more into the fabric. And it also, like, let me see if it'll show up here, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but like this is like super shiny, and when you touch it, it kind of feels like it is sitting on top of the fabric. And then this is the one that I pressed with the Teflon sheet again for only like 5 or 6 seconds, and it still has like a little shine to it, but not anywhere near as much as this original one. Like you can see it's very shiny, and this one is also more flat and like pressed into the shirt. So I just wanted to say this or point this out for anyone that's thinking about making shirts, because the DTF transfers I use, the instructions that came with them kind of like suggest doing the Teflon sheet part, and like you could totally rock with this and like, you know, keep it moving. No one would be the wiser, but to me personally, this just feels better and looks better, and it just feels better. And it's only like another 5-6 seconds at the most, just another little extra step to yield a better product in my own personal opinion. So like super quickly, I want to show you guys this contraption I got online. It is a paper cutter, but for essentially like this type of card, like for keychains, and I think maybe you could do, what is it, a bracelet or something like that. But it basically just kind of cuts this sort of opening into any sort of like paper materials. And I didn't know such a thing existed. So when I saw it, I was like, holy crap, I'm gonna buy it and try it. This is one I already have done, but I redid the packaging, so it's basically like an oopsie or whatever. So let's see here. It goes in pretty far actually. Let's see. Oh, that would be like literally perfect. That would be perfect. Let me do it right here. Oh no, it's all the way up here actually. But that's pretty cool. Let me do it better, I guess, in like a spot to where you could like really see it. I thought it was gonna be like down here some, because I was like, oh man, that would be perfect. Let's see. So that's what it makes. That's still pretty cool though. Let me see if I have still these. And then you would take your keychain and put it like so, basically. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, if I'm going to use it, I would have to change the placement of the text and like basically like measure, because I don't think this is adjustable at all. Like the only thing on here is the actual press, and then it has a lock on it, and that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna play around with it and see if I can make it work, because if I can just use this hole puncher, then I don't have to use the Cricut to cut these cards out. And I think right now I can only print out like 2 or 3 of these cards, which within the print then cut ratio, or, you know, frame or whatever. If I can figure out how to make this work, then I can print more backing cards for the keychains. I didn't know this existed, so I just thought I would come on here and share it with you guys really quickly. They had some other ones, like you could do like, instead of like, let me see, like if you've seen some of my older videos, you know, we already have the corner rounder, or you probably have seen these in a lot of small business videos that kind of like give you these different shapes of corners. So they had some other ones that had like different options, different like designs. I think some of them would cut like little heart cutouts on your paper. So I thought that was kind of cool. Definitely something to look into if you're interested or just sort of like curious. Didn't know this existed. So yeah, super random. I also finally after like 2 years now, got one of these larger, let me be careful and not cut myself, one of these larger paper cutters, just to see if it will make my life easier and make cutting faster, and hopefully cut more than one sheet at a time. Like for example, like when I'm doing the backing cards for the bookmarks, having to do 1 page at a time kind of is a bummer. So I'm glad it has this guard on here, and then I'm assuming this is the handle for the handle. It took me a really long time to pull the trigger on one of these because they're, I think like $20 something. And I'm just like, man, do I really need that? I'm just gonna test it out and see if it works for what I need it to work for. And if it doesn't, I'm totally open to sending it back, because I don't know, I'm just skeptical. And I don't even really know why. I guess maybe I don't know. I don't see a lot of people with them. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and stay optimistic. Also, I'm kind of scared about messing up the cuts, especially in the beginning, because each cutting machine or like apparatus kind of has like its own guide that you kind of have to adjust to. So I am slightly concerned about that, but we'll see. We'll see. It'll probably be fine. I'm probably worried about nothing. I'm sure it's going to be okay. I also got this scoring card or like scoring board to make folding the bookmarks a little bit easier and maybe a little bit cleaner. After I purchased this, I realized that the side that I would be scoring like is the unmarked side. So I can't even like print on it where I need to score it at, if that makes sense. So I'm not 100% positive how I'm going to make this work, but I know that I do want to make it work because I definitely feel like it would make like for a cleaner fold and less waste also, because sometimes if they, let me see if I have an example. So like sometimes when I am folding the bookmarks, it'll make some like creases right here if I don't get the bin like absolutely perfect. This one is an oopsie, obviously, but customers might not notice or care, but I notice and I care. So when it gets those like little wrinkles in it, those are automatically like unsellable to me. I was thinking about doing like an oopsie section on my website and take like, I don't know, like 25, 30 something % off or whatever, but not fully like set on that yet. But I got the scoring board to hopefully help reduce the amount of like crinkling and like, I don't want to say damage, but kind of the amount of damage that like goes into folding the bookmarks, if that makes sense. I'm not 100% positive I'm going to make this work, but it was like $2. So I figured why not try it? So just like an almost instant update. I went ahead and tried it on the same bookmark, and I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera. I basically eyeballed it and scored where it looked like it was in the middle, and it actually worked really well. And that makes me really happy because then obviously I can't use this bookmark, but I can use others that won't have those creases, and it just doesn't look good. Like I said, customers might not care. They might not even notice. They might think, you know, it's meant to be that way or whatever, but I know it's not. And I just hate how it looks, and I've had to discard so many, it's not even funny, just because of those little creases. So even just eyeballing it, it turned out really good. So yay, that makes me happy. So really quick, I just wanted to tell you guys that I ended up making Top Shop on Fair for this quarter from January to March, or rather I met all the requirements for Top Shop for this quarter. So that means for the next 3 months from like April through June, I will have, I believe, like priority listing on the website and the little Top Shop badge, which a lot of retailers look for. It kind of is like a verification that like you are a legitimate wholesale seller. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm curious to see what kind of difference I will see, if any, in traffic. My hair probably looks crazy, but whatever. I've been working. So yeah, I'm like super excited to see how that's gonna go. I think I probably actually would have made it before if I had had some reviews. That was one of the criteria I was missing. So I reached out to a couple of my customers, especially those that have purchased multiple times, and just said, hey, I really appreciate you ordering, you know, 2 or 3 times from my store, which I really do. Can you leave a little review? And a few of them actually agreed and left reviews. So I think that really helped me a lot. I'm really excited to see what kind of difference, if any, I will see as a result of making Top Shop on Fair. So I just wanted to add that little update in before I close out this video. I think for this video, I want to do things a little bit differently since we are into March of 2025. Instead of leaving some emojis in the comments to like let me know that you watched the whole video and that you're one of my loves, let me know in the comments how you're doing this year. How are things going? If you live in America, how are you? Are you okay? Are we okay? You know, if you don't live in America also as well, like, are we okay? Yeah, so leave that down in the comments and then we can kind of have like a little moment to see how everyone is doing. So yeah, I did plan to do some manufacturing in this video, but I'm tired. So I will definitely be doing that in the next one. And also, kind of ironically, I have 2 more wholesale orders that need to go out. So those will be in the next video as well. And I'm also planning some more like talking videos, that wholesale video I've been talking about for a little while now. So yeah, if any of that sounds good to you, be sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video if you like this video. Again, let me know in the comments how you're doing, if you're doing okay or if you're doing not so okay. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.